Hi everybody, this is Annie and I'm playing a new game of Stardew Valley here. I really enjoy this game. I have a ridiculous number of hours in it, like over 500 I believe. Currently I'm turning down my sound in my headphones. I've just recently started making videos and uploading them to YouTube. I've been doing a game called Fantasy Farming Orange Season, which is also based off of the Harvest Moon games that like this game is. It's in beta. It doesn't have nearly as much stuff and features. This is a much more polished, full game. The other developer, Brian Huddle, is working on his game and making good progress. He does updates quite often. But I think I've seen everything he's got currently going in the game, and I'm going to wait a little bit and let him get up some more content before I go back to play it. I haven't played this game in a couple of weeks, so I've been thinking about trying a new farm on the fishing farm, the Riverlands layout, which is considered hard mode by a lot of people. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start a new farm and just go through the process. First time I've done it while I'm making a video. I'm going to pick the Riverland farm. I do that first so I don't forget. I'm going to play under my real name, which is Annie. And this farm name, it's a fishing farm, and I'm really terrible about thinking of names. But so I'll just call it, well, this is the one that I'm streaming, so I'll just call it my YouTube farm. Why not? My favorite things are kitties. And that's why I prefer the animal. As a cat, I can go to a dog if I wanted to, I could go to the dog. The cat is actually the default. It's the default option. It's the cat. It makes me think that Concerned Date, the developer, also likes cats. I'm a female. My character is also going to be a female. I like my characters look somewhat like me. So I'm going to go ahead and give her these aqua eyes that I have. My hair color in real life, I dye it blue. It's kind of a dark blue. So I'll give her blue hair as well. My pants, I prefer black pants in real life. Well, and I just have to find a shirt that's decent. The sprites here, the character look isn't that, there's really not a lot to it, really. The characters in Fantasy Farming Orange Season, the characters are actually a little more involved, I think a little bigger and a little more detail. So I'm just gonna pick out a nice generic shirt for her. I can turn her around to see what she looks like. I don't like that one too much. Pink, maybe. Eventually she's going to have purple shoes because that's iridium colored shoes. That's the highest level. And that's what she's going to end up with. I think I like this one. I picked this one off, and this is a nice color. Hair. She's going to have pigtails. We have a variety of styles here. I like to turn her around to make sure I'm getting something I actually like. Typically I go with the long hair. My hair actually should be a little bit bluer. Alright. My hair color in real life is actually very close to an indigo, and then it fades out to kind of a turquoise color. But you can't do hair fades in this game. This is kind of long, but I really don't like the bangs. Can have an afro, a mohawk. That's a default. Default's on number 17 is what it starts out. It's kind of odd. Maybe I'll just go with a simple bun. I kind of like that look. For accessories, I can give her a beard, various sideburns, earrings, glasses, and lipstick. And I like the lipstick because it actually gives some definition to her lower face, which otherwise she doesn't have. So there we go. There's Annie on the U2 farms. I am on the Riverlands farms. There's been a couple times I started and forgotten to change the farm type. So I'm going to go ahead and do the intro, because I've never streamed the intro before or recorded the intro. It's like Grandpa's got a really thin bed. It's kind of sad that we can't afford to give him a thicker bed. He gives me this envelope. What's happening? What just happened? I just skipped it somehow. Well, that's never happened before. There has been a new update, and I've heard that there's kind of bugs with it. Maybe that was a bug I just experienced. I'm not going to restart it. Stardew Valley, 0.5 miles. I just got kicked off the bus. Yep. Hello, Robin. Yeah, he's tidying things up. Sure, I'll follow you. There's my house. This is YouTube Farm. Sure is. And I'm really sad because it's so overgrown and just... What's the matter? Okay. Yeah, I'll have it cleaned up in no time at all. Where's the mayor? I forgot where he's at. When the mayor comes out of my house, I guess he was just rummaging through my stuff. Hello, Lewis. It's a small town, so everybody's excited that I moved to town because there's only like 30 people in the town. Yep, I'm a big deal, all right. Yep, I guess I am. It's rustic. She called my house crusty, and that pisses off the mayor. She's gonna upgrade my house later. She's shocked at that accusation. Anyways, they start slapping each other and... Oh wait, no, that doesn't happen. Yes, I have to introduce myself to everybody. Yeah, he'll come on my property every night and go into my box for profit. Thank you, Lewis. Goodbye, Robin. The rooster is crowing. It's saving. My progress has been saved. This is the first time I played since the update. No, I'm not going to sleep. Check is A. I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting the green. Okay, I just dropped the rug off. That was weird. Okay, so I'm going to go in the options. I'm pressing the Y button. I'm using a controller because this game is a lot easier to play for me with a controller. You always want auto run. I want to see the merchant's portraits. I want to see the merchant portraits. I want to show the tool hit locations. It's very important. It gives you an idea where you're swinging. Controller placement, I want all that. Pause when the game window is inactive. I tab out a lot, so this is pretty important to me. Controller style menus, yep, that's new. Music volume, I want to lower that a little. Everything else, footsteps, I don't need that. I don't like the typing sound. Lock toolbar, I like it on the bottom. Zoom, I actually like the zoom. To be as low as the less you have it, the more you can see on the screen. I think 75% is the lowest I can get it. I do like having the control rumble. Sometimes I use the keyboard while I'm planting crops and stuff, and since I'm left-handed, I like to change the defaults. So move up. Oh, okay. Move left. I pushed the... I'm having trouble. Enter. Yeah, it's having a little trouble setting it that I normally don't have. Everything else can stay as it is. So I'll go ahead and exit that. This is parsnip seeds. So I can get started. And oh, wait. It's this button here. This shows my journal. I got a cultivated harness, a parsnip, and then I got an introductions. I've already met Lewis and I've met Robin, so I've got to meet the 28 other people in the town. So as you can see, my farm's really overgrown and I got a lot of water. I actually made a guide on Steam that shows the various amounts of land I have available to me. So I'm going to pause this and see if I can bring it up and show you the differences. What I did is I went into the Stardew Valley Planner and plotted out how many crops and how many other items I have. So I'm going to see if I can bring that up and show what I'm talking about, what I'm working here. So, okay, I've just switched over to the Stardew Valley Planner, which I have linked in the guide I have in Steam Guide. And what I did is this is the regular map, which is the standard map, and filled up everything I could with crops, and where I couldn't put crops but I could put paths, I did that. And as you can see, I'm able to have a total of 3427 crops and 235 paths. So it was a total item of 266 items I could place in the standard, which is a lot of room. Now I'm going to pause this again and bring up the map I'm currently on. Okay, so this is the mock-up I made in the planner for the Riverlands farm. And as you can see, there's a lot of water in it. The total number of objects I can put into it are 2,094, 1,578 of which can be crops. So basically just about half the number of crops that's supported on the standard farm. So it's, as you can see, also there's a lot of bridges that link my areas. Some of my areas aren't accessible at all, like I can never get to those trees up there. There's not as much room for buildings. This is considered, a lot of people consider this to be the hard mode, where it's just more difficult to find places. You have to go certain paths. Like if I want to go over here, I would have to run over here, then here, rather than just run straight across. I can't just run down here to the exit. I have to go this way, then this way, then this way. So it is a little bit more of a pain in the neck. It does have the advantage that I can fish anytime I want. It's good for late night fishing if you want to fish and you just do it, and you don't have to worry about running back to your farm before a certain time. I also think it's one of the prettier maps. I really like the way it looks. So it's the one I'm playing, and it's the one a lot of people shun. A lot of people say they don't like it, but that's what I'm playing. So I'm going to go back to the game now, and first thing I've got to do is start clearing stuff out. I've got my scythe. I'm just hitting the X button, which is my do stuff button. One of the very first things I do is I like to get 50 wood so I can build a chest. My cursor does, I mean my controller has a tendency to stick a little bit, which is a bummer. I'm going to have to chop down some trees. And another thing is, on this map, things fall into the river a lot. There's obviously a lot more, if you want to call it coastline, a lot of waterfront property. That means when you chop down a tree or do some sort of action where the things jump up on you, then you have a pretty good chance of losing whatever it is, because it'll fall into the water, which is a problem. Okay, so I need 6 more. I'm going to chop down 1 more tree. Having a chest is real important. I'm going to go over here, go back to my scythe so I can walk around this tree and get that piece of wood that was. Using the scythe doesn't use energy, so there's really no reason for me not to be using it right now. At the beginning of the game, the number one thing you want to be careful for is energy. That's what's going to be your choke point. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit the Y key to bring up my buttons, and scroll over, or just use the thumb stick to get my cursor on top of the chest. Hit the X button. I made a chest. And then I can just use the trigger keys to put it. I like to put it over here next to the wall. Well, I'm having a little difficulty. I can also place it with a mouse, which I find is a little easier. So now I've got a place where I can actually store stuff, like this fiber. I can actually use later in my life. I don't need to carry my wood. I don't need to carry that. I'm going to keep all my tools because I'm still clearing out the seeds I'm going to be planting. So I'm going to clear out some of these rocks. I use my scythe again. Until I played this game, I had no idea how to correctly pronounce scythe. I didn't know if it was Sith or whatever. I actually had to look it up so I wouldn't feel so dumb. I'm not saying I'm not dumb, but I know how to say scythe. Oops. Every time I swing and miss, it still takes up energy. Alright, so let me get rid of this. I got a piece of coal. So I'm going to put my coal in there. I don't need that right now. I don't need the fiber. Everything else I'm going to use right now. So I'm going to go to the crafting menu. I'm hitting Y, and I'm just going up here to crafting, and then going down here to, whoops, these are new controls. I want to make a cobblestone path, and what I'm going to do is use those to mark where I will eventually put my sprinklers. So I'm going to go ahead and put those. I don't want it right next to the house. I like to have a little space. So I think I put it right about here, is about as far over as I want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and put, yeah, I don't think I like it there. If you put down a path or something you don't like it, you can just hit it with your pickaxe, and yeah, I think right there is a little better. What I'm going to do, once I've done that, eventually I'm going to put a sprinkler there. But now I know there's going to be a sprinkler there. So I know I'm going to put plants around it. Regular sprinkler, you can put 8 spots. I don't bother with the starting sprinkler, which are only 4 spots. I'm just really not used to it. That's clay. So I've tilled the soil. I'm going to go ahead and plant my parsnips. And go ahead and water them. I can stand in the middle and just access everything. So I really like this leaving the center spot open thing that I do. So I'm going to be putting another crop here. So I'm going to be putting a path there, and then going up here and hoeing some more. I'm using my mouse. Using the mouse for me is easier when I'm doing my agriculture. I'm going to go ahead and water. I have to be very, very careful of my energy. I've only got 68 out of 270 right now. So I'm going to stop right now. I'm going to drop off. Well, let's see. I don't need my axe. I'm not going to do any more chopping today. I don't need that. I don't need the clay. I'm probably going to do a little bit more farming. One thing I recommend is you walk along, you see things that kind of jump out like these daffodils. Go ahead and pick those up. Those will help your farming skill, and you can use, whoops, you can use them as gifts. There's also a dandelion down here. Alright. Oops. I'm going to sort everything because I got it all spread out right now. I like having my scythe first. So, put the scythe there. It's 4 p.m. I spent some time chattering, so I'm a little behind where I usually am. I do want to go to Pierre's. He closes at 5. So I'm going to do that before he closes. First, I'm going to buy from him. I want to buy what do I want to buy? I've only got 500, so I can't buy a lot of stuff, but I can buy potato seeds. Potatoes are probably the most profitable at the age I am, so I'm going to go ahead and fill up on those. That's only 10 of them. I'm going to go over here and talk to him so it counts as I meeting him. Just buying stuff from him doesn't count, so I got to say hi. He'll buy stuff from me. I say hi to Caroline. And I believe this would be Jody. Oh no, Lay. Every time you talk to people, their friendship score with you rises. Lewis's birthday is on the 7th. You can give him a present. Give anybody a present and they'll like you better. I'm just saying hi now to people so that they know who I am because it's a quest. All these characters actually do have personalities, not, you know, extremely well developed. Some people, like say Shane, he's extremely rude, and also, oh, here's another one, Haley. She tends to be really rude. Let's go. I can follow people into their houses. Yeah, I'm that new farmer or whatever. She gets insulting. But I have to meet her. There, this would be Jody. No, wait again. It's hard for me to tell some of these guys apart. There's Penny. That was Shane. I'll go in here and say hi to him. Well, I'll say hi to Clint, or Gus, and Emily. I like the old-timey saloon. I don't know if they said hi to her. And he's going to tell me to buzz off. Well, because it's got a quest to talk to everybody, Shane. He's a marriageable candidate too, which doesn't really seem like he should be, but he is. He's an alcoholic, and you help sober him up, and he warms up to you eventually. All right. I'm just picking up this stuff because you can sell it, and right now I need to get money as quick as possible. So I'm going to go back to the farm. You can go through the trash. I'm just hitting the A button, walking up to the trash can and hitting the A button. I got some bread. Woohoo! Trash bread. If you do it in front of a character, an NPC, unless it's Linus, who I'm going to go say hi to. Linus is the only person who doesn't get disgusted by you doing this, and everyone else you'll lose points with. They won't like you as much, but Linus doesn't care, so he's good people. So I'm just running around right now, looking for Linus. Oh, there's Shane, or excuse me, Sebastian. He's kind of emo. Of all the places, I chose Pelican Town. Why? Well, because that's where my grandfather lived, and he gave me the farm. I didn't get to choose where he lived or where he came from. Shane, there's Sebastian. It's kind of late. It's getting to be 9 o'clock, so I'm going to have to go in here and talk to him. I can give him a present. You want to make friends with Linus because later on, when you get 2 or 3 hearts with him, he gives you a super useful recipe for sashimi, which just takes a raw fish. Raw fish are easy to come by, so it's a food that, you know, it restores quite a bit of energy. And it's easy to come by, so it's one of my favorite recipes. And almost everybody in town likes it as a gift. There's certain gifts you can give people that they like more than others. Some they absolutely hate. It's 10 o'clock. So I'm going to go back here to my farm. if I'm not in bed by midnight, I didn't stand a chance of not getting all my stamina back. So I'm going to go over here and drop off some of this stuff. I don't need... I'll probably take the bread with me the first time I go to the mines. I don't really need these things right now. I'm going to go right here and drop off another path, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can plant another square's worth before I die of well, not die, but pass out from exhaustion. The mixed seeds, that came from chopping weeds, so I'm going to plant it and see what comes up. I have no idea until it actually grows. Okay, it looks like I will be able to do the last one. So I've only got 2 seeds left, so I'm going to... Oops, nope. Till 2 more spots. Oh, actually it was 3 spots. 3 seeds. I gotta go down a little. I want to plant these potatoes. I'm going to go to bed a little bit after midnight. Okay. I'm almost out of energy. I'm not going to be able to plant anything for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. Tomorrow I'll clear out some more stuff, so I'll take that stuff with me. And I'll go ahead and sell the 2 things I forged up. And I'll go to bed. Going to bed saves your game. Damn chicken wakes me up. I have no idea where the chicken's coming from. I've got mail. That's Willie invited me to get a fishing pole, which I definitely want. It's one of the best money makers in this stage of the game. It doesn't really scale up as you get older. So I'm just choosing my watering can. I'm just going to water everything first. I always try to get my farming done out of the way. My farming chores. This farming is the #1 money maker in the game, hands down. No question. You do get the ability to create artisan goods. I won't have that for a while. Go ahead and fill this up for tomorrow. Whenever I need it next, drop it off. I'm going to start opening up the path to the other parts of my farm. So I'm going to need the axe and the pickaxe. I always carry the hoe with me because if you get stems sticking out of the ground or worms, whatever they look like to you, you get artifacts and things that are valuable sometimes. So I'm just clearing out some area. I got another seed. I'm going to go plant that. Oops. I can't break that stump. That was a hardwood stump. So I like being able to see where I'm going, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this tree. I think I want it to fall the other way. I have a more chance of getting more of the wood. Wood is very valuable. So I think I lost a couple of pieces. I hit this and there's a very good chance I'll lose it. I didn't. Hit the scythe. pickaxe. Scythe. Up here you can see my journal thing is blinking at me, so I'll hit the button on my controller that brings that up. I have to go to the beach before 5 p.m. But Willie's there. Okay, so now I've got the southern path open. It's going to be fairly easy to open up this path too. I didn't mean to do that. I don't really need to do this, but I'm going to get rid of this tree so that I can see really clearly that I've made a path. Pickaxe these things. I'm starting to get low on energy, so I'm going to have to stop pretty soon. So everything I don't need goes into here. I don't need the wood. I don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out because I'm going to plant these mixed seeds that I got. I'm just using the scroll wheel to move between those things. Okay, so I don't need this. Right now I don't really need the pickaxe or the axe. I'm going to hold on to the scythe just in case I run across some weeds that block me. I think I'll go talk to Willie first. We're getting to noon. I also want to go to the secret forest and see if there's any leeks down there. Or, not leeks, spring onions. That white thing I just pulled out of the ground was a leek. You can give them to George, our favorite gift of his. Or you can turn them into seeds and sell them, or sell them to Pierre. I don't feel like doing the craft. I never did talk to George. He's in here. Yeah, he's pretty cranky. His wife is Evelyn. She's a sweet lady. So I'm going down to the beach. I think I'll hit the trash can. Nothing. I'm in a cutscene now. And I don't have the option to skip it. In the, before they did the update I could skip it, but now I can't. Hello. Good to meet you too, Willie. Giving me a rod. I'm holding it above my head in triumph. Yay! I got a bamboo pole. If it smells, it sells. Ha ha ha, Poppy. So here I am. I'm going to go ahead and use my fishing pole. The first time you catch a fish, you can't fail. And the way you fish is just simply, you push the X button until that green bar goes away. That'll cast it out as far as you can. I'll sit here and wait for the fishies. There's an exploit using the journal, but I'm not going to use that. I really don't like using exploits that much. Well, eventually a fish will hit. Come on, fish, eventually. There we go. This is description is a little bit more. If I hit it, I was looking at the explanation. Basically I'm pulsing the X button to keep the bar behind the fish. I just caught a herring. I could sell that to Willie. I'll go ahead and sell it to Willie. Hi. He'll take it. So that's basically it. That's fishing. The fishing bar that you have to keep behind your fishes gets bigger the more skill you have. So it gets easier. Here's these stems or worms I was talking about. I found a dried starfish. So I can take that to the museum. Here's another spot. I got a tribulite. So I have a tribulite and a starfish to take to Gunther. So, yeah, nothing else. His shop is up in the library. He's in the library / museum till 4 o'clock. So I'm going to go in here. There he is. There's Gunther. Abysmal. There we go. There. Yeah, this is a pretty pathetic museum. He's got that correct. He should be doing a little better. And he's shocked at me. I found a couple of things. I found a starfish. I've got a checklist here, so I'm going to go ahead and mark off starfish on my little check sheet, so I don't have to. He wants me to give him stuff. He'll give me gifts back once in a while. Alright, so I'm going to see what I got real fast before I do it. It's a tribulite. So I'm going to mark that off my thing so that I know that I have it. So if I find another one, I'll just sell it. Donate to the museum. Well, these two things are highlighted. I can pick them up. There used to be a kind of a bug where you would have a hard time getting out. You couldn't get out. But okay, so I donated those. They're over there, and before I was having a hard time looking at the descriptions. Oops. Dried starfish, it's in good condition. And a tribulite. Did I pronounce that right? I don't know if I am. Yeah, tribulite. Alright. So now people can come in and look at a starfish and a tribulite. So the museum is just that much better. I don't think I can get in here. Yeah, this is after 4 p.m. I could say hi to Penny. Jazz. She doesn't really have a lot to say. Vincent. Yeah, I am okay. There's Lewis. Yeah, he did love that house. I see his bed is really bad. So I'm just saying hi to people who raise my friendship level with them. Like every time I talk to them, it's like 40 or 20 points or something. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I need to go down and see if there are any leaks in the secret forest. So up on 45 minutes of recording. This game, the time just flies by. I think after tonight I'll go ahead and save and start a new recording because I don't want my recordings to be 5-6 hours long. Because I can play this game that long. There's just always something to do. So here's where the spring onions live. And they're extremely useful for getting back your stamina. But I'm going to save mine, any that I get, for going into the mines, because on day 4, I believe I'll be able to go into the mines. Now I'm just wandering around in the secret forest looking for things to pick up. Picking up, that was a dandelion. Eventually there'll be some merchant in there that will be selling me hats. Why can I get through there? I guess. Been hearing that this game's crashing frequently now that they've done the update. So, it's a bummer. There's a community center in this game. I'm not going to be doing that on this run through. I'm going to basically just go to the Joba Mart, which means I don't have to really get animals. Animals are necessary to complete the bundles, which will give you the community center achievement. I'm going to do a little fishing, just to... I get 250 gold, because I donated an artifact. So I'm got my fishing pole highlighted. I'm pushing the X key. It goes into the water. Eventually I should get something. I can do this on my farm too, but I'm doing it here. I get different fish. Driftwood, that's useful. Actually, I can buy a recycling machine and make it useful later on. So I'm going to hang on to it. It's not utter garbage. Green algae. One more throw. Come on. Got it as far as I could get it. I want to show how to catch a fish where I can actually lose the fish, which I couldn't on the first throw. Okay, I got a fish. So I'm just lightly tapping the X button to keep it, the green area, behind the fish, or have the fish completely covered by that green little bar. So, the more fish you get, the higher your skill gets, the bigger that bar gets, and the easier it is to get fish. So, I'm going to go up here. I'm going to sell the fish. I'm going to drop off all this stuff. I'm going to hold on to only the onions. Tomorrow morning I'm going to need this. Alright. And I have a little bit of energy left, so I'm going to fish again. These bubbles down here? No, I don't think so. If you see bubbles in the water, it means you get a higher rate of fish bite. But I don't think those are bubbles. I think those are just rocks on the bottom that I'm seeing. Every fish I catch raises my ability until I get a skill. Even catching garbage like that, or non-fish items like that, raises my score. Not all fish that easy to catch. I can probably cast 2 more times. podcast, and then I'm going to bed. Alright, so I'm going to go sell my fish. No. I do have a tendency to hit the wrong buttons frequently. Okay. I drop off my algae. And I don't really need that. I'll drop that off until the next time I decide to go fishing. I was having a hard time getting it to move over. So I'm going to bed. Okay, this is going to bed for the night. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording because I'm at 51 minutes. What the heck? I'm going to stop this recording because I'm at 51 minutes of recording. And like I said, I don't want my recordings to be more than an hour in length. So I'm going to stop. That's basically 2 days of my new fishing farm. I'm going to start right back up again and start a new recording. So I'll see you all in a little while, or the next time you decide to look at my channel. This is Annie, and it's been nice. Talk to you later.